Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. Want to join me on my live stream? Check out the links in the description and in the comments below. So we're going to talk about an interesting topic, or one that most people like. How do you turn $5,000 into $1 million in cryptocurrency? Do you just hold that magic token and hope and pray that it goes up 500x? No, that's not what you do. Generally, you're not going to be able to do that unless you get into scam coins, and scam coins, you're much more likely to actually lose all that money than to actually gain 500x. So that's not true. You can actually stay within like coins that you trust, top 50, top 100 coins, and actually get that. But you won't be able to do it in one coin, especially if you hold like the top 5, top 3 coin. You're probably not going to get more than like 20x in the next bull run with those coins, because coins that have a large market cap, they have limits on how high they can actually rise. And the multipliers for coins with large market caps are generally much smaller than the multipliers with coins with small market caps. You need to multiply the multipliers. And how do you do that? You switch coins. So basically, a great site for this is coinmarketcal.com, and you can actually get events. And obviously, follow your coins' Twitters and Reddits to see like which events are coming up and which in what timelines, so you can actually pace out where you want to sell out each specific coin. Because if you want like several hundred X, you're probably going to have to do it in 3 or more stages, and I'll walk you through a stage. I think 3 coins to start out right now that would be good for starting out right now is Cardano, ADA, ICX, not ICX, Cardano, which is ADA, CSC, which is a lot riskier, and also Matic, which is also much riskier. Cardano is the safest out of the 3. Cardano, a lot of people don't believe in it, but a lot of people also do believe in it. I'm one of the believers. Cardano, I think, is going to release Shelly and then Goguen, and it's going to get Coinbase and Binance staking support, probably somewhere in the range of. We know that August is when the staking rewards are coming out for the mainnet, and Goggen's probably going to come out in September. Right now, it's about 8.8 cents. I believe it can reach maybe about 30 cents, considering that Bitcoin doesn't actually move. And like, I think September might be before a big Bitcoin bull run. If a Bitcoin bull run happens before then, obviously the multiplier for Cardano is going to be much higher. But 30 cents, you're getting about 3x. Now at that point, because Cardano's partnerships all aren't going to come out on at once, and you'll have the pump. You'll already have the pump from Coinbase and Binance and staking and everything, plus Shelly and Goguen, about 3.5x. Let's just say it goes 3.5x from where it is right now. So you would sell out Cardano at that point at 3.5x. You would sell it to Bitcoin, obviously, get ready to buy other coins. Same thing for CSC. They just got that Crazy 8 partnership. Maybe that will boost up prices in the near future. I mean, that could get you, I know CSC's been up to like 17 sats before, so that's around 3.5x as well. And Matic, I know it's been up to 4 cents before, that's 2x, but with the staking from Coinbase and Binance, it might FOMO more up to like 6, 7, 8 cents. That would get you like 3.5, 4x as well. So if you get like 3.5x from your first stage, and your goal, let's say, is from 5,000 to 1 million, you need 200x, take out that 3.5 now, and you only need about 60x now. So now you move on to stage 2. A coin in stage 2 would be like ICX. Because ICX, I think, will probably happen after these 3 coins, but it will happen before VET, which is going to be my stage 3 coin. Because, Sunny Liu actually had that graph. And, there's like this Jason Rockwood thing saying that VET might have like a huge announcement soon. And if that's true, VET could be your stage 1 coin. I don't know. You have to do more research to decide which one of these coins is going to be stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 for you. But for me, like, if I had a flowchart, this is kind of what I would follow. So essentially, now, I wouldn't actually do this flowchart with all my coins. I would only do it with a small amount of my coins. I'd still have like a VET long-term hold that I'm not touching, or maybe like a BTC or an ETH or an XRP long-term hold that I'm not touching. But if you want to get like 500x with like part of your stack, you have to take that risk. So essentially, after phase 1, you have 3.5x already. You lack about 60x to get that 200x, right? So what would you do then? You buy into ICX. And ICX, hopefully, it's what right now it's like 33, 34 cents. Hopefully, the max is $10, but without a Bitcoin bull run, you're probably not going to get $10. You might want to consider maybe selling out at maybe, let's say $2. $2, roughly 6x what it is now. So you need 60x from phase 2, and you already got 6x. So you divide it. Now you only need 10x from your phase 3 coin, which is VeChain. And VeChain, from right now, if it doesn't increase from price right now, all it would need to get is to like 6.9 cents. And with a Bitcoin bull run timed at the end of next year, or maybe in 2022 even, you'll have plenty of time to go through phase 1 and phase 2. And now you only need 6x instead of 200x. Getting 200x from VeChain would be very hard, because that means VeChain has to go up to like $1.3. Getting 10x, essentially VeChain, actually no, getting 200, yeah, like getting 10x, VeChain would only have to go to like 6 point something cents right now, or 7 cents, which is actually fairly easy. So basically, like, that's kind of my flowchart of how to go from $5,000 to $1 million if you pull off the right steps. Obviously, I'm talking about if you sell at the direct peaks. You might have to go through more than 3 steps or trade back and forth more if you don't sell at the direct peaks, which no one really does. But you have, like, at each phase, actually set goals for each phase of your coin. Like, say Cardano, okay, I'm going to sell at 3.5x. That means even if you think it's going to go higher than 3.5x within a given number of time, if you see other coins like ICX still at its current price while Cardano's 3.5x, you have to have the discipline to sell out Cardano and buy that ICX. And then if you see ICX, if you think ICX is going to go more than 6x, but you see VET at the same price to switch from phase 2 to phase 3, you have to sell that ICX and buy the VET and wait for the VET to go up 10x. And then with those 3 steps, 3.5 times 10 times 6, you're going to get your 200x. And that's how you would actually have like a flowchart way of turning $5,000 into $1 million, $5,000 into $1 million, not within 1 week, not within 1 month, not even maybe within 1 year, but it might take you 2 or 3 years, because each of these phases might take several months, and there might be a lull in between each phase if you see other opportunities. Obviously, the more multiplier you want, the more phases you will have to have, and the more times you will switch. And the less accurate you are in selling off at the top, you will have to have more phases, or you would actually have to switch back and forth. But I do think the best strategy is, like, for each phase, plan out like a sell point and have the discipline to not be too greedy and sell at that sell point and move into the next coin. I think that's generally the best way to do things. And I'm actually considering that the big bull run will actually be probably end of 2021 into 2022. If it actually happens before that, I mean, you might have to switch up your strategy a bit, because everything's basically going to balloon at the same time, and that's going to be very, very hard for you to sell and buy in phases. So you might have to adjust that. But giving a year and a half or 2 years, I think that's enough time for you to actually cash in on like 3 phases of Cardano, ICX, and VET. Now, you might actually want to switch VET into phase 2 or something if you believe Jason Rockwood's announcement is going to skyrocket VET, and then you might ride ICX into your final phase. It really depends on what your research is. So you still have to do your research, but you have to have I think like a 3-phase plan, and you have a certain sell point for each phase to move into the next coin. If that next coin is still at a low price, I think that is probably the best way to go. My flowchart temporarily for right now would be, for me at least, would be 88 into ICX and the VET. But your flowchart could be any 3 coins generally. What I'm saying is you probably want to stay with it in coins, maybe within the top 100 or so. That's why Matic and CSC are a little bit more risky, but they can actually blow up at any time as well. You don't want to get into scam coins, because obviously then you can just lose everything. And if you lose everything, you don't have anything to multiply on. So you can actually stay in safer coins. Just pick up coins that actually have a big use case, that don't have that may not have like a gigantic market cap, maybe like not a top 3 coin or a top 5 coin or something like that. And then at that point, also pick coins in your first phase that actually have big events coming up, like 88 that we actually know. So that is this video. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.